Hi everyone, it's Killshot from 99 Gaming's The Walking Dead Season 8 mid-season finale. Will Judith live another night? Live debate last night. We did the debate about Carl's future, and tonight we're going to move it forward because there were a lot of good ideas that came up. I know, I think it was maybe Vonda that had mentioned the Judith theory. We were talking about it, sort of piecing it together a little bit, and then a lot of people were talking about how they could go back and take Lori's death. Tonight we're going to kind of do a deep dive into that. We're going to analyze as much as possible. We're going to throw out a couple more theories that you may have, and I just want to thank all of you for being here. And also, a couple things. I do want to apologize to people that look forward to random things. That is one of my favorite broadcasts that we do, so we are going to push that back another week. And if you guys are just Walking Dead fans and you want to hang out and talk about some casual stuff, join us on Tuesday nights because we do that, and it's anywhere from greatest bands of all time to just some off-the-wall topics. It's very, very random. We'd love to have all of you involved in that as well. And if you have not, I did promise issue number 100 today. So on this channel, I have The Walking Dead mild version, issue number 100 Negan. And on the 99 Comics, many of you have already replied to me that you've never heard me speak like that before. It is intense. There's a lot of F-bombs in that comic book reading, so if you want to see kills like you've never seen me before, go over to that channel. If you want the soft and sweet kills, then stay over here. Or watch both and just let me know. So thank you. Appreciate all of you guys being here. And as you know, we're going to be doing this every night this week. We're going to keep the debates going. So if you do have 30 minutes to spend every night around 9:30, then just check in and hang out with us here. Also, you guys slap the like button. You know that's a given. And we're so close to 70,000 subscribers. If you have some friends, cousins, uncles that like Walking Dead, have them jump over and subscribe as well. Let's get 70,000. Once we hit that, we're going to do a big 70,000 event. We're going to do some giveaways, some gift cards, iTunes cards, Google Play, some T-shirts, just whatever. Thank you, everybody. All right, now we're going to get this thing rocking and rolling, and I'm going to read a few of your comments. So if you guys are typing it, it is going to be mentioned. Jeff Kerrigan says, best channel on YouTube. I'm reading that, Jeff. I'm not just saying, he didn't even say best Walking Dead channel. You know what? If you type that, I'm reading it. Not true, but thank you for the support. Appreciate that. It's the best group of people. I'll tell you that. You guys are awesome. So, Will Saint says, kills, I believe it's Judith, Tara, or Jerry. I don't think Jerry. Tara and Judith, I could definitely get behind that, and I think that's going to pick up a little bit of steam. Because I do possibly think it could be two people. And I know, you know, now some people are kind of backtracking a little bit and saying it doesn't have to be a death. It's just going to be something people are talking about. But it's not going to be a minor character. It's going to be something major that's going to go down. Isaac Armenta kills. What's up? Big fan. Looking forward to more of your predictions. Well, you're going to get them because, you know, the predictions aren't always right, but they're fun to do. And a lot of our predictions come out of this group. We sort of, you know, we'll start down something and somebody will say something and it's just, we just sort of build it and it gains a little bit of steam. We had some pretty good ones. I don't even know the dates, April or May. Whenever we did those, I mean, we were 3 months out, 4 months out, and I think we've done a pretty good job with some of them. Those weren't spoilers. Those were actually predictions. And, I mean, obviously the Shiva thing, we knew that was going to go down just from the comics. That was a pretty easy prediction. So, I don't know. I'm trying here, but I'm reading people, and they're saying, who is going to die? Who is going to die? I can't. You know, I can't guarantee you it's going to be Judith, but I just like talking about it because I think it would be, it'd be sad, but it would be pretty amazing if they revisited that. That wouldn't be kind of scripted from the comics because we're already long past it. We think everybody's safe. But if, you know, Tara or Enid or somebody was, you know, all this crossfires going on and somebody's like, hey, where's Judith? And they pick her up and they take off running and get shot. And it's just such an accidental death. And that scene with Rick, it happens early in the morning. So this is going to be another one of those episodes that is a lot like Season 7, Episode 1. Remember, you know, they're late in the evening and they're driving, and the writers do that. They do it to create this eerie feeling. I mean, you guys know how it is. If you know how you've got that kind of weird silence that comes out like really, really late at night, you know, 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and you're just waiting for daylight. I feel like this is going to be one of those events that's going to happen like that. It's this long evening before, you know, Daryl and everybody gets back. It's sunset. Rick is still not there in time. And all of a sudden, Negan shows up. You hear Negan knocking on the gate at night. So you know this is going to be one of those nighttime things. Not everybody's ready. They have fighters. I mean, Daryl's going to put down the fight. Rosita's going to fight. This is not going to be something where Negan just rolls in there like he did before. This is going to be something that you've seen it. You've seen Tara and Michonne. They're shooting. This is going to be a knockdown drag-out. People are going to die. And for Rick to get in late or to show up there, and that scene with Red Eye Rick looked like he was, you know, you saw that thing in the background. See, that's the only thing, is I don't know where that's taking place. That's still bothering me quite a bit. If, you know, the group is going to get, you know, Carl was talking about leaving, so where is that stained glass at? That's what really has me curious at this point. Rob says Rick is holding Carl because he thinks Carl's dead. D. Mooney was in Georgia. They were filming at night. Yeah, it's going to be eerie. And night with all that action is just awesome. So Walking Dead Talk says, so I'm calling it. Judith's going to die. Tara's going to die. Judith via Lori's comic death. It's what we're talking about. I wouldn't be, I would be shocked, but I wouldn't be, I'd be okay with it, I guess. Hey, thanks, Rick Grimes. Thanks for popping in. All right, so I'm going to open up the discussion like we do every night, and I know we got some really good predictions that came out last night. So if you're on board with, you think it possibly could be Judith, let me know. If not, put in chat right now someone else that, or some other way you think this might go down. I'm going to read a few comments here. If you don't want your name read, you don't want to be a part of it, don't type, because if you type it, I am going to call on some people, and you are going to be involved here. Lindsay Luke says, kills. My theory is Father G dying holding Judith because the stained glass is from the church. I could see that. You know, the stained glass, here's the thing, though. I went back and looked. I couldn't find any images like that in looking through old video of the Walking Dead church. That's why I thought it might be, maybe they're on the run. It could be a little bit further down. Maybe somebody's running with Judith and, you know, there's another building that I couldn't see. But yeah, I was looking for that stained glass image and I couldn't find it. Oh, Wilson is saying sculpt the... Oh. They just went Jadis on us. It was Lucille the like button, now it's sculpt the like button. Time for after, right? Hey, slap that like button, and yet I smile. Carl dies. Daryl will be choked by Rick. Possibly. I mean, that could definitely... Rick showing his mercy over his wrath with Daryl. I mean, Daryl is skating on some thin ice. There's no doubt about that. All right, I'm going to get a few of these comments in here. So, Joanna Karpowicz says, I'm leaning towards Judith too, and maybe Michonne. Well, let's talk about that for a second, because Michonne did foreshadow that in episode number 1, where she said, you know, there's going to be a time when you have to take over and take the lead. So, that would be heartbreaking though, wouldn't it? Michonne getting shot and taking Lori's comic death. Wow, that would... I think that would be as epic as Glenn, to be honest with you. I mean, Glenn and Abraham, that was an epic death, but this would be up there. It might not surpass it, but if it didn't, it'd be awfully close. Let me get a few more comments in here. What's up, John Black? Good to see you, man. Eric Bennett says, could be Judith, could be Carl holding her, and they both get shot. Possibility. Glenda says Rick will show his wrath over Daryl and Tara letting Negan escape. But isn't it hard at this point to think of any of these main characters dying? I mean, it'd be tough to write Carl off the show. It'd be tough to write Michonne off the show. I mean, there's a lot more they can do, but I feel like something's going to go down. Dave says Carol dies holding Judith. Carol is in the mix. Mandy, you know, that's a good point. Some people are typing Carol and some people are typing Coral. It's hard to tell the difference. Cookie Carol or Coral? You know, we'll talk about Carol a little bit tomorrow. Maybe we'll talk about Carol. Or we'll talk about a couple different people. We'll table that discussion. Because there are several people that I could see their stories changing. Could the show live without Carl? It could. Could the show live if Carl disappears? Enid is a possibility as well. Yeah, Glenda, there's a lot of anger right now with Daryl and Tara. All right, we're going to get a few more comments in here. So let's go back to a little bit of what we touched on last night. What is going to diffuse this thing? See, this is what I can't really get my mind wrapped around, is you feel like Negan is there just to destroy everybody, right? So something has to happen to get Rick to that point where he has a little bit of time to mourn. You know what I mean? Because I feel like these two groups are there just to extinguish everybody. We're going to take out all the Saviors. No, we're going to take out all the Alexandrians. And that's not going to happen. They can't kill everybody. So in my mind, there has to be a retreat. And this is why I keep coming back to this Judith thing when we talked about it last night, is I think it's got to be something epic enough where people are willing to stop. I mean, what's going to make the people stop? This is my question. And it's kind of a loaded question, or rhetorical, I guess, as it were. If Judith were to die, I think that would answer my question. So if you believe Judith's going to die, then you're, no need to type anything. If you don't, what's going to make it stop? That's the question I have for everybody. Hopefully I asked that the right way and you kind of get the gist of it. Or is it not going to stop? So Joanna, I agree. And I agree with that. That's why I asked the question kind of that way. Joanne says the death of an innocent child is going to make everybody hit pause. I do think that that's one of the few things that they can do to pull it back a little bit. I'm going to say this, that I don't know if Simon is there. I'm not 100% sure he's with Negan. Remember, there are people still shooting at Rick that might not be. I don't think all the saviors are going to be there. Salem Blue says Rosita kills herself so Negan won't kill anyone else. Self-sacrifice. Or Eugene? I've heard that. I've heard Eugene is at the end. Negan did get close to Judith, made spaghetti. That's all the more reason if something happens. Now, not so much Carl. Negan was going to kill Carl till the tiger jumped out. Peter, I disagree with that. I respectfully disagree. I don't think Carl dying is going to upset Negan to a point at this point. I think that's a spoil of war. I mean, he had the bat drawn back. It was over. But Judith is a little bit different. You know, Negan holding Judith, you know, the Savior seeing something like that happen, that might say, you know what, we got to rethink this. So, once again, I'll ask the question, I might have kind of jumbled it up a little bit. If you believe that Judith will be an accidental death, and that'll be enough to cause a retreat, then let me know that. If not, what else would cause the retreat? Or option number 3, will there be no retreat? And I think there has to be a retreat, because Rick having that moment, like my mercy prevails over my wrath, and he's, you know, the tear, so something major happened, and I got to assume the only thing that could put Rick at that point is someone's death. Is it a Michonne death? Is it a Rosita death? Is it Judith? All of those options. Judith and Carl leaves. I like that. I mean, you guys know I like that, because that's what we talked about a while back. We talked about this very same scenario. Maybe that's why we keep talking about it, because it's so fresh in our mind, and it's still a possibility. You know how when you have like a bunch of predictions, and we did these back in April, and you start crossing them off the list, like, nope, that didn't happen, nope, that didn't happen. It's like, whoa, wait a minute. This one is still live, where we said that Judith might die, and then Carl may leave and become a pirate. And this was before we really knew about Siddiq. So this is still a very, very live prediction. And if it happens like that, it's going to be amazing, I think, because what if, hold on, wait a minute. Now I got something. What if Siddiq tries to save Judith, and Siddiq gets shot, and then Rick sees Siddiq and says, my mercy prevails over my wrath, because he almost gets a little bit of a smirk, like, yeah, I get it now. I mean, go back and watch it. It's not like choking Daryl and saying, I'm not going to kill you, my mercy prevails over my wrath. It's more like, my mercy prevails over my wrath. And it's almost like a light bulb went off when he said it. So that's not why I'm thinking now it could be Siddiq helps. And because Siddiq helps, Carl can't stand to be around it anymore. Carl leaves to take out Siddiq's, Siddiq's mission is to free the souls of these walkers. So now Carl's done. Wouldn't that make sense? I mean, Rick didn't trust this guy, and this guy comes to the forefront and actually tries to save his daughter. Or maybe he does save Judith. Either way. And then Carl's gone. So just want to throw that out there. I mean, these they're very modular. We build them as we go. So yeah, I think it's a possibility. And just because Siddiq is here doesn't mean he has to be a star of a show. Doesn't mean he has to be there for a long period of time. But he has already had some influence. You like that, Emmy? It has some, it's got some teeth to it. Okay. All right, we've got about, these videos are going to be 20 to 25 minutes per night. So I want to throw that out there. I'm going to open it up. Any theories, any thoughts, any comments you guys have, we got about 3 or 4 more minutes. That was not planned. As we started talking about this, I am going to write it down. Siddiq, Judith, death, Carl leaves. Because if it happens like that, it's going to be like, whew, that was crazy, crazy prediction. Okay, about 3 more minutes here. Open season. Leave your thoughts, leave your comments. Last night we talked about Carl potentially dying. Tonight we talked about Judith potentially dying. Tomorrow we'll throw a brand new name out there, and we'll debate that as well. We'll come up with some alternate theories with that. Maybe a Tara, maybe Michonne, maybe Rosita, maybe some Eugene action. But it's not going to be one-sided. I mean, did we not say that there's going to be a series of skirmishes throughout this, and people are going to have losses on both sides? I mean, we knew it was going to go down like this, and you can see from all the back and forth and Negan being there, there's going to be loss on both sides, and I think this is going to be just a lot of bloodshed that's going to happen this mid-season finale, and really get us thinking before we go back into the second half of the war. But I do feel like something's going to happen to cause this retreat, and perhaps it is something involving baby Judith. And Rick is not going to be happy with Daryl. I mean, that's a given. Daryl could have walked away. Hunter Goslin says, I'm saying Tara or Eugene. What's up, Hired Help? Good to see you, my man. Snuck in here. Hired Help, as a side note, just tell me how much relief you feel not playing that March to War game anymore. You know. It's like I woke up with just a brand new feeling today. Like super energetic. Why did I? Yeah. It drained me, man. So Hired Help says, you see there being any world where Carl leaves and then comes back as a villain. I don't see him coming back as a villain, Hired Help. I do feel like Carl is going to leave, and I think he's going to get the time skip. I think the time skip's going to happen at the end of the season, to be honest with all of you guys. I think there's a couple things that are going to happen. One, I'm still going to stick by the fact that Carl's leaving, but number two, people keep asking me, is Maggie going to have the baby? I think that at the end of the season, they will skip forward 2 years, and you'll see Maggie with baby Glenn. And so there's a couple things. And when we get later on the season, we'll go ahead and do some predictions and predict the time skip scenarios. What people are going to look like, what they're going to do, the relationships, the partnerships, the enemies, all of those things. Westwick 88 says, got to be Carl or Michonne. Hunter, it will not be Simon. I will tell you, I'm not going to type it here. I'm not going to say it. I don't have spoiler information of what's going to happen this week. Not all the details. Well, I do have bits and pieces, but not from this. Simon's going to be alive for a few more episodes. That I can guarantee you. He's going to have some things that he's going to do. I'll leave it at that. All right, and we got time for 2 more comments. While you guys are typing your final comments, a couple things. About 150 people in here. If you guys could all just hit the like button and just show a little love to this 999 Army, that would be great. Get this thing over 100 likes. Number 2, if you're not a subscriber on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. We'd love to have you guys back every single week. Even during the break, we're going to talk Walking Dead. We're going to do random things. We'll just have a lot of stuff where we get together, so we'd love to have all of you that are in this chat just keep coming back. And also, if you guys want some different content, check out the other channels we have set up: 999 Comics, Spoilers, 999 Plays for video gameplay, all of the above. We just have just a super awesome network, and as I said a little bit earlier in this video, we're so close to 70,000 subscribers. We're going to hit 70,000 very soon, and then we're going to push to 80, 90, 100K, and just make this just an awesome Walking Dead network. But 70,000, we're going to do some things and just do some giveaways, because I wanted to just show some appreciation for all of you. So if you've got iTunes, we'll give you iTunes cards. You have Google, we'll give you Google Play cards, and then some people have been wanting 999 Army shirts. We got a couple designs that are out there, so we're going to give some of those away as well. And we get a couple more comments, and then we'll wind this thing down. Mike Morgan says, really wonder what the shocking moment will be, kind of like the theory that Rick's going to think Carl's dead or Judith dies. Yeah, I mean, Rick could think Carl's dead, but I'm still... Judith could get kidnapped. You know, a couple people could die. I mean, that could be a retreat. I'm still thinking... I got to think of this from a backwards perspective and say, how does Rick get in that moment? Negan has to leave for Rick to get in that moment. So, shocking moment would be if Judith got kidnapped and Carl's gone. So maybe he thinks Carl's dead and Judith is gone, and maybe he thinks Carl and Judith are both gone. I mean, there's some possibilities there. Harley Quinn says, yes, time skip. Judith dies, Carl leaves. If he's doing anything, once the time skip happens after the mid-season finale, we come back. I don't think so yet, Harley. I still think that some other things have to play out. We got to have some story with Morgan. We got to get some clarity on Dwight. You know, what's going to happen with the Rick and Negan showdown, the fight. Negan's still got to be jailed if he's going to be jailed. I mean, there's some things that still have to happen. So Ava says, how do you think Rick will react when he hears that Daryl and Tara drove the truck into the sanctuary? I think he knows. I don't think it's going to be like a conversation, because think about what's happening right now. Rick's just going to react when he gets there. It's not going to be like, hey, by the way, where's it? He is either going to see the truck there, he knows it's Daryl. I think that's already in his mind. He knows that by the time he gets back. King Tyus says, Rick kills Daryl. I don't think so. That Daryl's too much of a moneymaker for the show right now. I think there's zero chance that Daryl dies anytime in the near future. I mean, there's the show, there's the story, and then there's the reality that Daryl drives a lot of fans in there. So Annie Hernandez wants to know, kills, what theory are you leaning more towards? I am honestly leaning toward someone getting shot with Judith and Carl leaving. I'm still leaning toward that until proven otherwise. All right, everybody, we're going to wind this thing down. I know there's a lot of questions, and once again, last night, a lot of people were saying Rick kills it. Rick ain't going to kill Daryl. That I feel very comfortable about in making that assessment. So we're not going to get to the bottom of this tonight. We're not going to solve it. I will tell you, be here tomorrow night at 9:30. Once again, we're going to get a brand new debate out there. Thank you for everything that you guys do. There's a Judith video up on my channel right now. If you guys can kind of watch that, like that, it would be awesome as well. Also, check out the comic read. I'm up to issue number 100, so before long, I'm going to be catching up with what's going on here in another, 20 episodes, 25 episodes, somewhere along those lines. Appreciate everything that you guys do. People watching the playback, you can go ahead and log off the video right now. People that are in the stream, if you type a 999, I want to give as many shout-outs as I possibly can. Once again, last night we talked about Carl could possibly die. Tonight is Judith, and join us tomorrow night. We'll have a brand new topic. And if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. because you will get notifications, and then you'll know exactly when to come in here. And we appreciate all of your thoughts and all your insight. So here we go. Get a few 999s in chat. Let me do a few shout-outs, and we will wind this video down. Thank you once again, everybody. I want to say what's up to Dave Alford, also to Terror Risk and Kicks Her Life, JB in the house, R. Grimes, Veronica Nicole, Will Saint, Steph the Cuervo Queen Richardson, MB, Sith Lord, Brandman, what's up? Jeff Kerrigan, Wilson in the house, Tommy Sweet Ass Enforcer McCandless, Kel says Smile, Taps Ghost Lover, Stephanie Hines, Thomas Carroll, Lucas Janot, Hired Help, my boy, what's up? Devin McNamara, Glenda Batista, Carmen Trance, Jason Mixologist Daily, Rob Deegan, Pudo, Zay King, Annie Hernandez, D. Mooney, Whitney Falcher, Harley Quinn, thank you for being here with the big 999. Angela McMillan, thank you for being here. Mike Morgan, Walani, Walking Dead Talks, appreciate you being here. Especially those, if this is your first stream, we really appreciate your insight and your thoughts. Gene Atkins, I see you in there. Salem Blue. Ace Man, what's going on? Trev Heath, 1973. Lindsay Luke, Double L, will rock the bells. Thank you, Lindsay Luke. Northside Queen is here. Chris Reinig, thank you for being here as well. I'm on it tonight. I'm like staying caught up with you guys. Starlight Sam, what's going on? Vanessa Marino, thank you for being here. Brene, I see you. Brene just snuck in under the radar. Will Saint, hopefully I got all my mods. If not, special thanks to, I think I missed Emmy, but to my moderators, you guys see them in blue. Tommy, Steph, Emmy, Bree, Kel, they are awesome. They just do a tremendous job. Show them a little bit of love as well, too. Isaiah Dominguez, thanks for being here. Tim Ewing, appreciate you, man. Nikki S. What's up, Haiti? Haiti Badoon. John Brody. Thanks, man. Appreciate you being here, John. John, and also is a brand new supporter of our Patreon channel. So, John, special shout out to you as well, too. So thank you so much. Appreciate you being here and appreciate your support on the Patreon site. And honestly, if you guys see at the end of the videos, I have a long list of Patreon supporters. So appreciate all of you guys doing everything that you guys do. Nick, what's up? Thanks for being here. Al Madugno. Brian Finger, thanks for being here. Penny for your thoughts as well. Angus Johnson, I see you in there, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hey, thanks, Brand Man. Appreciate it. You know, these convos are easy because it's such a good group of people. I mean, you guys just keep this stuff rolling. It's sometimes they get really long streams, but you know, some nights that you focus in on one or two people that have just a lot of comments and that thought, and sometimes people get left out, but it's you know, you just try to make it as equal as possible and get people involved. Don Machiavelli, what's going on, man? Thanks. Appreciate you being here. Mon Sweeney, appreciate your support. Wow, we've got a ton of people hanging out for the shout-outs. This is shout-outs are like 5 minutes long. All right, I'm going to cut it off right there. Thank you so much, everybody. If I missed you, I'll catch you on the next one. And once this video goes live in about 5 or 10 minutes, if you can get over there, leave some comments in the comment section, because all these videos are going to be put into a big spoiler video, and people are going to reply to your comments. Thanks again. I will see you all tomorrow night at 9:30. Peace.